And we just sit back and took orders. People called us. I did keynotes everywhere around the world. All of a sudden, that slowed down. Now I needed the marketing person. That was a weakness. Solve that. So if you figure out what your weaknesses are and come up with a solution and get that solution in place, it changes everything. Really helps you not get the rug pulled out all of a sudden when you're not thinking about it. The last part of this is called action steps. Next action steps. Think about what are the different actions I would need to take in order to achieve my goal. Now you can list them down linearly. There's a man named Tony Buzan who teaches something called mind mapping. You can use mind mapping as a tool to figure out all the action steps you need to take. But ultimately, you want to get them on a schedule. So they're in a calendar. I'm going to do this on this date, this on this date, this on this date, this on this date. And here's a recommendation, and learn this, has changed my life. Do not work from a to-do list. Do not work from a to-do list. People make lists of to-dos. There's no priority. There's no time frame, there's no dedicated commitment, it's just a to-do list. And what do people normally do when they have 10 things and 3 of them are hard? They do the other 7 first, because they're easy, right? Putting it off. So what I'm going to suggest you do is when you figure out what you need to do, schedule it in your planning system, whatever you use, whether it's your Outlook program or whether it's something in the computer or your day timer or whatever it is, but calendar it. So if you look at my daily calendar, it's not like 12 things I have to do today. It says 8 to 10, write that proposal. 10 to 11, go to the doctor's office. 11 to 12, make phone calls to these 3 people. 12 to 1, eat lunch. 1 to 2, outline the recording you're going to be doing on Thursday. 3 to 4, answer the Ask Jack questions that you're going to have to do on your Ask Jack call, because I do these calls once a month where people from 40 different countries tune in. We get as many as 20,000 people on a call, and I answer the questions that they email in about different topics that they're curious about. We usually have a theme every month, and people can ask questions about it. But I have to plan that. So if I work off a to-do list, I end up normally doing that the night before midnight. If I schedule it Wednesday, the week before I'm supposed to do it, the following Wednesday, it gets done in a timely way and I have free time. And I know that the most important things are getting top priority. And then you'll start to learn, I'm not giving enough time for that. Usually we don't schedule enough time. That one thing will change your life if you're not doing it. Instead of a to-do list, schedule your day. And if you schedule your day the night before you do it, what happens is this. Your subconscious mind will do 2 things. All night long, it'll be figuring out how to make sure you get those things done. So you'll wake up with ideas about how to do it more efficiently, effectively. The other thing is that you'll be sending out a message to the world, hey, I'm going to be calling you tomorrow, be there. So there's a law of attraction starts to flow, and it aligns other people with your goals. The other thing we know, if you do it at night, there's some recent research in neuroscience. What you think about, talk about, focus on, read, watch, listen to, etc., the last 45 minutes before you go to bed, your unconscious will deal with about 6 times more through the night than everything else that happened during the day, unless something traumatic happened. You know, you had an automobile accident, your son fell out of a tree, that kind of thing. That's so emotionally charged, that will take over as the most important thing that night. However, normally, what do most people do the last hour before they go to bed? Watch TV. What's usually on around 10 or 11 at night? News. Someone recently said CNN stands for constantly negative news. So before you go to bed, let's find out, where was there a tsunami? How many people died? Where was there a war? Who got raped? How many people robbed somebody? What unethical, corrupt things happened in the government? You know, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And that's what we're programming ourselves to think about all night. That's why the Irish have a saying, never go to bed angry. If you're having a fight with your spouse, resolve it before you go to sleep. So you can go to bed, focus on the resolution, not the problem. And if you have a schedule of what you want to do the next day, read through the schedule. This is a good time to do your visualization. Because if you're visualizing your goals as achieved right before you go to bed, then all night long, your unconscious is trying to solve that, come up with solutions. Listen to uplifting music. If you're going to watch TV, watch something uplifting, comedic, inspiring, read a chicken soup story, whatever, so that you have upliftment rather than negativity in your space. Okay. Now, what do you do if you don't know how to achieve your goal? The number one thing I found is go find someone who's already done it and ask them how they did it.